Are you ready for this? I am so excited. We're doing a knit-along. I wanted to do this last year, but I got sick in October and didn't fully recover until March. 0 stars, would not recommend. I put up a poll asking which pattern y'all wanted to do, fully expecting everyone to want the rainbow jumper and fully ready to make another rainbow jumper, but y'all decided, and we're going to make the set in sleeve crew neck sweater. Here are a few examples. This is the first one that I made. This one is a cardigan. This one has intarsia with a modified neckline. This one has some modified sleeves with more intarsia. This one has short sleeves. This is my ugly Christmas sweater with some intarsia. And then this thing is a cardigan and very, very pink. Oh my god, it's so long. This pattern, like all of my patterns, is meant to be a blank canvas. It's a starting point to make something more interesting. So you can make a plain sweater, or you can do something more interesting with the tools that you have available to you. The pattern is fully configurable, so you can enter your gauge and your measurements, and it'll make a pattern custom for you. You can change the length of the sleeves, you can add or remove ease, you can make it fit however you want it to fit. You can even do something fun with texture on the body, because I have drafted it so that the gauge of the cuffs can be different than the gauge of the body. I want to note this pattern is drafted for adults. Children have different proportions, and this sweater has not been tested on them. That doesn't mean that the sweater will not fit a child, it just means that you will have to proceed at your own caution. Here's the plan. This intro video contains everything you need to know to get started and gather your resources to get ready to go. And then every week I will post a new detailed video about a section of the sweater. We're doing sleeves as one video, the front and the back of the sweater, the neckline, and then full assembly. And then at the end, I'm going to try to do a live stream show and tell, but we're still figuring that out. Also, I'm going to ask that you send me your progress pictures throughout the process so that I can share them with the rest of the community. I'm filming this ahead of time, so all of the dates are in the description. If you are late to the party, don't worry, the videos aren't going anywhere, and if you're a little behind, you might be able to catch up if you have a free weekend. Now here's the catch. This is only for channel members at the mid-tier and higher. I know that channel members aren't for everyone, so if you want to join just for the knit-along and then wander away, that's fine. You'll also get access to all of the members-only videos that are already up. There are a lot of yarn unboxings, some health updates, and some projects that almost happened but didn't. If that doesn't work for you, the pattern is up on my website for free, and I have an old tutorial video for this one, though I have made some updates since then. You'll just miss out on the community part. With that out of the way, what do you need for this sweater? You're going to need yarn that's a good weight for your machine, and you will be happy to wear as a sweater. And I am really bad at estimating how much yarn you need for a sweater, so I will put a chart that I use to help estimate in the description. You will also need waste yarn. I like to use unmercerized cotton because it doesn't unravel as quickly as other fibers. And I'll put a link to where I get this in the description. You'll need a tape measure to get accurate measurements. You will need the manual for your machine and any attachments you're planning to use. There are a lot of knitting machines out there, and I only really know Brother electronic machines, so I can't help with everything. If you don't have a physical copy of your manual, you should be able to find one on MK Manuals. I'll put a link in the description. You will need gauge swatches, which we're going to go over in a bit. And you will need to have made a sweater before. This is an intermediate sweater, and if you've never made a whole garment before, you're going to have a bad time. I recommend going through my beginner tutorial video, and if you're comfortable making that sweater, you'll probably be okay with this, though it'll be a bit of a challenge. The techniques we're using on this sweater are increases, decreases, short rows, a stable bind off, and then you'll have to make a decision about the hem. If you have a ribber and you're comfortable with it, you can just work the pattern as written. If you want to use your latch hook tool and reform stockinette into ribbing, that's also an option. But to prove that you don't need any fancy tools, I'm going to be making this whole thing on my LK150, which is a single bed machine, and I will show you how to do folded hems. First, pick out your yarn. Remember, there's an estimation chart in the description. I encourage you to go through your stash and pick out that expensive yarn that you have been saving for something special, though I guess all yarn is expensive now that the tariffs have kicked in. If it's not already in cakes, go ahead and wind up what you're planning to use. Then you'll want to swatch. I am using this giant cone of mystery wool that I did an unboxing for channel members. Actually, I think that was my very first channel members video in October, right after I got sick. If the yarn is new to you, you want to make a bunch of swatches at different tensions to figure out what you like. And make sure to mark your swatches with eyelets so you can recreate them later. And I feel the need to say this because I keep ignoring my own advice, but swatch with the yarn that you're planning to use on the machine that you're planning to use. Don't rely on a swatch from a different color of the same yarn. Don't rely on an old swatch. Make a new swatch so it's going to be accurate and your sweater will fit. If you're working with a Fair Isle or texture pattern, swatch in that pattern. Fair Isle has a different gauge than stockinette. And the bigger your swatch is, the more accurate your gauge is going to be. This is not a place to skimp on yarn. When you have your swatches, you want to treat them the way you're going to treat the final sweater, whether that's machine washing or hand washing. Some yarns change significantly after blocking, and you don't want any surprises. I already have my swatches. I think I'm gonna go with this denser gauge. This has already been blocked, so I can measure out a 2x2 square in the middle and figure out how many rows and how many stitches per inch I have to plug into my pattern. Then I'm going to use my measuring tape to accurately measure myself and plug those values in as well. If you need a refresher on how to measure for this sweater, I have a video about that, both how to measure on a human and how to measure from a sweater that you already have, that you like, that fits. That video also discusses ease and how much you might want to use. There's a link in the description. When you have all that information, plug it into the pattern on my website, and then save your pattern. You can print it out on paper, you can print it to PDF. I also like to copy paste the whole thing into a Word document so it lives in the cloud forever. You just want to be able to keep track of your measurements that you entered and the pattern that you have so it doesn't get lost. Like I said earlier, this is going to get split up into a few videos and I will release one each week according to the schedule in the description. Don't worry if you get behind. If you have a free weekend, you'll probably be able to catch up. Hold on. I will be knitting along with you in this process, and at the end I hope to have something truly ridiculous to show for it. This is the furry pink yarn that I used to make this monstrosity. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, otherwise I will see you in the first video. I want to say thank you to channel members who make videos like this possible. All channel members get early access to new videos, and channel members at the mid-tier and higher get access to members-only videos like this knit-along and far too many yarn unboxings for someone who says they're on a no-buy. So if that's your thing, go check it out. Thanks for watching. Happy knitting. And I need a thumbnail. Oh, yarn is big. So we have this, and then we have this. Oh. Ah, faces do well in thumbnails. I don't know why. It's like a humans like to look at other humans kind of thing. Okay, that's probably good enough.